the number 14 team in the country, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Horned Frogs will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Wisconsin's offense will get the first possession of the game. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires left. Complete downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. The give to the back. Breaks into the open. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll give it to him again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big Ten too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10, just got to make a statement today.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Here's a hit. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down, and likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important.
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Badger.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver. I mean, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
So TCU's offense will go to work for the first time today. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the ground, it's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
Slithers into space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Here they're trying to get to the edge. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, that they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Payne. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Power football with the run. Powers through the defender. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Grab near the marker. It's Hughes. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The RPO fired complete to the left. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. The give to the tailback. This time, they get him in the backfield, and they take back what he got on the previous play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man to the left. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got 1, and they're at the 35.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that 1st down.
They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Fires and picked off. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The pitch to the left. Oh, better look out. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Firing to the right, complete. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the right. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. A strike downfield. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And
looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
He'll bring it out. It's James. And the returner will be dragged down. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it.
They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Offense scoops it up and still going. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away. Find some fresh air.
The returner brings it out to the 38, and the TCU offense will take over. First and 10.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll go to the toss. He's in open space downfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How many ways can I get it to my running back who's a baller in space? This is a really good job. Just toss it to him, right? I want to throw it to him. Yeah, I want to run up the middle, but I want to get it to him as many ways as I can. Toss it to him, get him on the edge, do a good job sealing the edge. They'll do the rest. Just give him the ball in space, good things will happen.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Gets it out quickly. Turning it on. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Oh, he's got a chance. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you had my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. It's on target and complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his man. It's Ross. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
Offense gets set for second down. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Horned Frog just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Got the quick pass. Across the 25, he's got room. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got it set up on the outside. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they take it in for 6 more points. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And that's a nice job selling it by the offense, dropping back, making it look like it's pass. That running back slipping out of the backfield, throwing the football, getting a dynamic playmaker in space, and he says, I got this, I'll do the rest, and gets the touchdown.
Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
He's going to run it.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And the Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And they'll kick it from the left side. A 44-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll cut the lead to 13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more fit.
Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Now he's going to break the pocket. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
To the air, it's Hoover. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarter...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Returns it inside the 30 to the 29, and after the interception, they'll try to cash it in with a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. And the Badgers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Caught close to the marker. It's Barry Johnson. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just two. A rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. And the Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the... They get through, and it's blocked. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking for a crease. It's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. To the air, it's Baker. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
Kick is in the air. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. The kick is on its way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Toss to the outside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Down as we open the final stanza. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Finds his man. It's Payne. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with this target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it. But
it's a running room. He's at the and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
29, Wisconsin, 10.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. Man, sometimes he's like trying to wrap up a ghost. He's out to the 27.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Do you think that coach really had any doubt? He's in his own territory, but you only have a few inches to go.
Go, go, go. I don't care what side of the field it is, 4th and inches. I'm going for it. I like my chances.
Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Under fire. He's going to take off. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. The Badgers are flying down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got a man in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry up.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Oh, what a cut! Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Might be calling a hot route. They want that clock to run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on first down from the 30. They'll ride the hot hand. Turning it on. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the 4th quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And off Jones. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the left side. It's a seam wide open. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Badger!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They try to get it outside on the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they come to the line on second down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Makes the grab. It's Payne. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air on second down. He wants a big play here late. He's got it.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Looking to throw. Floats it out in space. And that play just looked to be a mess from the snap, and he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.